goodness. Oh, wow! In your life, have you seen anything like that?
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Cutline Golfing Podcast, brought to you by the TAB. My name is Carl Tiley, and it is major week, folks. As you can see, it's a major deal. We're all in the studio, unheard of. Immediately to my left, Paul Mawate. Paul, how are you, mate?
Good, thank you. As you say, major time. The 104th PGA Championship.
Huge. And down the end there, Patrick, welcome into the studio, mate. How's it going?
It's going well. I would like to say major week. Not much more to say than that. It's obviously huge. So fired up to make some money.
Patrick's like a supermodel. He doesn't get out of bed unless it's a major golf tournament.
Not the first time I've been compared to a supermodel. So thank you for that, Paul.
Rattled.
And you said huge as well. I'm glad you said that because originally,
Where are we going here?
well, originally this was supposed to be played at one of Trump's courses, but after the January 6th, they call it an insurrection.
Sure. Yep.
Crowd gathering on the steps of the Capitol was taken off the Trump course, and now we're at Southern Hills Country Club, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes. Look,
We can all be happy about that.
we won't pretend to play politics here. That's for the other podcast. Let's talk golf, fellas. Actually, before we do start talking golf, stick around to the end, or fast forward and come back. There'll be a little surprise for the dedicated listeners out there heading into the PGA Champ this week. So just keep that in mind.
Oh.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let's get into it. We'll have a quick look back at last week. It's been a few weeks since we've been on air. I think our last tournament we tipped out was the Mexico Open.
The Danta.
We didn't tip it out very well, but we'll get to that too. But anyway, last week, the Byron Nelson, K.H. Lee, wins back-to-back.
Horses for courses.
Who would have thought?
Wow. Probably KH Lee.
Yeah,
Not the bookies.
he was, it was 120 something with
Yeah,
us.
Defending champ.
Yeah, we've done a few people dirty like that that have come back and bit us. I don't know how many people took KH Lee, but I can't imagine it was many. Did you watch much of it, Pat?
I watched I had it going on Sunday morning alongside the Game 7, so I was poking back and forth. But I think, the quality of the course has been covered plenty on other areas. But yeah, not a massive fan of just a putting contest. So
No.
didn't see too much.
A bit boring. As such, 25 under wins it. I did hear he's the first player ever to register winning scores of 25 under or better to win back-to-back tournaments or something along the lines of that. Paul, have you ever shot 25 under in a year?
No.
No,
I've shot 25 over
I've seen it.
in a round.
I've seen it.
In a round. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Although there was some, didn't Hideki shoot 10 under or something like that final round?
Yeah.
And
I think even KH Lee himself was 9 under
was it Sebastian Munoz who
first round,
flew out of the gates?
almost to 59.
So, yeah, I think that just goes to show the sort of the course setup and
Not great.
No,
Not great.
not a major test.
No, but probably a pretty good tune-up for some of the guys we're going to talk about later for this week, I think. Well, I certainly think so anyway. But one more thing of catch there, I saw a cool photo of him, winning last year, his wife pregnant, holding a belly, and then the photo this year with a little baby there. Very cool. As someone who has kids, I find that pretty cool. Maybe not.
Next year, the baby will be a wee bit bigger when they take the photo.
Yeah.
Well, the last Spieth a few weeks ago, new baby wins the Heritage.
Oh,
Yeah.
KH Lee wins this week with the new baby. Maybe it's an angle to look into. We hear about all this perspective. It's something to.
Well, I'm hoping you're going to tell us who's had a baby recently.
That was about all my knowledge on PGA Tour
so
arrivals.
babies
I
are
know
good.
Yeah.
I know Max Homer and his wife Lacey have just announced
Mhm.
they're pregnant, or she's pregnant. So perhaps He just won as well too.
He did.
Wow, flying. All right.
There you go, golfers. Make babies.
Don't make too many though. Ryan Fox, DP World Tour. He is another one flying at the moment. Just missed out on Sunday night, Monday morning our time. Came second to Sam Horsfield. Did you guys watch any of this?
I went to sleep when he was 3 shots clear, put the laptop away, and he'd just done the interview with, I don't know who it was, following him down the fairway, saying, "Oh, you know, I really like the back nine. I know I can make some shots up there if I need to." And,
Bogey, birdie, bogey finish.
Yeah.
To miss by one. It hurts.
He had an eagle putt on the 17th as well that wasn't that far away.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't miss by much.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna, I don't know what the stats or the trends are, but I feel like not many people who win the week before a major win major week.
If
you're gonna take anything out of it, it's a fantastic lead.
So he did it on purpose.
Fantastic lead up by Foxy.
I think the big question is Sam Horsfield had his girlfriend on the bag for the week. Does she keep the job full time now? Is he a superstitious player?
Is she pregnant?
Right.
All sorts of angles in play.
Wow.
Yeah.
She could be now. Sorry.
Roe v. Wade.
Jesus.
Foxy, yeah, it was in the field this week. He's paying $276.
Mm.
We'll get to a bit more of Foxy and betting shortly. But just sort of off the top, do you any love for Foxy this week, you reckon?
Oh, well,
I know you've got a little juicy. Give it to us now.
what, New Zealand wise?
Yeah.
Big time. I'll just have a look.
Backed?
Look, he has been back. So I had a look this morning.
This is Tuesday. We're recording a day early here.
So Tuesday
2:00.
Tuesday morning, I had a look at the market, and the top 5 best back golfers in the outright winner market. Number 1 was Scotty Schiffer, paying $13. Number 2 is Ryan Fox, paying $276. Jordan Spieth at 17, John Rahm at 13, and Rory McIlroy at 17. They're the top 5 this morning. That changed around about an hour or two ago, and Ryan Fox was top, the best backed golfer. Since then, Scotty Schiffer has jumped back on top. He is now has the most bets placed on him and has the most money placed on him, Scotty Schiffer. And you can understand why, I guess. But Ryan Fox has the second most bets and the second most money. So at 276. So there's a significant liability on Ryan Fox at the moment with us.
True developing situation, if you will.
We'll only get worse.
What's the liability versus Tiger at Augusta? Are we
Yeah.
get into that territory? It's about 5 times the price. So.
It's approaching.
Wow.
And we're only
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we've got 48
Wow.
hours to
We're only
go.
Tuesday.
Hey, good. Okay, speaking of Tiger, he's in this week.
He is.
Been out playing, practicing. Says he's stronger, which is, only going to happen. When you train, you get really bottled this. But anyway, he's in. What are your initial thoughts, Patrick?
I have no expectations for anything's a bonus. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. This isn't obviously as good a setup for him as Augusta. So just whatever he does, I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm not banking on him making a cut or anything like that, just with the way this course sets up.
Has one here before, Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
Has one here before?
On the PGA here before.
Yes. 2007.
Sorry. No, can't have him.
Nothing at all.
Can't have him. Come on. If he makes the cut, well done.
Yeah, just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, tend to agree. I'll be rooting for him. I've already got a bet on him.
Yeah.
Not this week. Not this week. For the Open.
Yeah, maybe he'll miss the cut here and get us a juicier price coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'd have to do
I
for
know,
the
'cause
price
they
to
have to
blow
double
out.
down.
Yeah.
And his good mate, Phil, defending champ,
Bye-bye.
not here.
No.
Pulled out.
Yep.
Is
Gone.
this the last we've seen of Phil on
Yes.
the PGA Tour?
Yes. He's gone.
Patrick?
I still think we'll see him again at some
No.
stage. There's a lot of water to go under Brett. He's going to maybe with the PGA Tour we won't see him again, but we'll see him at a
Champions
major.
Tour.
Yeah. We'll see him at an Augusta or a PGA Championship or one
Finishing
of those.
second to
Yeah.
Steve Elker.
In London? In
Yeah.
a few weeks, perhaps?
I think we'll definitely see him there.
Yeah. We won't see him on the PGA Tour.
I just read a story on our Golf Digest before we came to here that the golf world's blowing up because Ricky Fowler hasn't pledged his allegiance either way. But you actually read the story. To me, he's like, yeah, I haven't made a decision, but the PGA Tour is still the best place to play.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of a nothing headline for me.
Unless he wasn't giving us any grow the game, wanted to see the Red Sea sort of nonsense. So it was that.
I see Jack Nicklaus came out and said that he was approached by the Saudis.
Can't imagine the Shark will like that.
And he turned them down
Second fiddle.
verbally, and then he turned them down in writing. And I think he was offered like $100 million.
Tell you what, he loves to put pen to paper on Jack.
Oh,
Get his opinion across.
Old school.
All right. We've got plenty to get through. We're going to move on to our new favourite segment. What's your big call? Before we get to our big calls, I went ahead and look at some punters' big calls so far.
They got big calls.
Unless, I guess, if you can have a look live, Paul, and tell me if there's any bigger bets than what I've got here. As far as I am aware, the biggest bet so far we've taken is a $300 bet. And that
Are we
is
talking about on every market or just the outright winner market?
On any market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. $300 on Patton Kizzire, top 10 at $22.
You could have given me 100 guesses and I wouldn't have guessed
No.
it was on Kazai.
Nor have I. That's
I'm
leery.
sure he was backed like either in the Players. I don't think he was at Augusta. He was backed at some pretty big odds a month or two ago.
So this same punter has put 300 top 10, 200 for top 5 at 41s, and 150 to win at $401 on Patton Kizzire. If Kizzire wins, this person, I should say, stands to collect about $75,000.
Yep, I can see the 150 at 400s here.
Yeah. There's an $100 bet on, I'm going to mess this up. This is a Japanese player, Ryosuke Kinoshita, to win at 1,001s. So we're on the hook for 100 grand there. A punter he likes the look of the DP World Tour last week. He's put 100 on Horsfield to win at 401s, who's now into 276s.
Wow, he's got the value.
Also got 100 on Foxy at 276s. This unlucky punter has 100. It's a separate $100 on Foxy to win at 176s. So he's.
Wow.
I don't know how confident you are, champ, but perhaps go again.
Double down.
Oh, wow.
Responsibly though. And there's also a $100 bet on Tommy Fleetwood at $91 to return $9 grand, 9,100.
Yep.
Anything else bigger than that?
No, not really. I've got
Not yet.
$150 on Sam Burns at $46 to win. $130 on Xander, the X-Man, at $29 to win. And, that's a multi. Oh, that's crazy. $120 multi. Victor Hovland to win the PGA. John Rahm to win the US Open. Paul Casey to win the Open Championship.
Oh,
They're paying 18, 11, and 34.
You can't be feeling too good about that, given Paul Casey's withdrawn from about 8 tournaments in a row.
Yeah, but he's priming for St Andrews, isn't he?
Maybe if it was Paul Casey to win at Pumpkin Ridge in July, he'd be feeling good.
It's irrelevant anyway, because Tiger's going to win the Open. But that is the next one, is it?
No,
that's the last
got
one.
the US Open at
first.
Brookline to come first.
Anyway,
That's the Anchor League.
we're here to talk about the PGA Championship. So those are the big calls from the punters. Patrick, I'll start with you down the end. What is your big call this week?
Well, the bookies aren't going to like this because I think Foxy's in for a big week. I reckon he's a good little course fit here. You want to be able to hit it a fair way, and he can do that. The wind gets up. We know he likes it in the windy conditions, those lasers hit. So I reckon Foxy top 30, 450 you're getting for that. That's a great bet.
Yep. Nice. I like that. Paul, Lydia Ko's not playing this week.
Well, I don't have a big call then, do I? What am I going to do? Nothing.
What's your big call? Play the game, please.
Well, Well, it's not a punting one.
It's often not with you.
And we've already discussed it. Phil Mickelson will never play on the PGA Tour again. There you go.
It's quite a short-term call for you, compared to some of your big calls.
Oh, gee.
Thanks for playing, Paul. Mine, similar to yours, Patrick. Very polarizing character. Bryson De Chambeau to finish top 20 at 850. Hasn't played a lot recently. Only played 5 tournaments this year, and he withdrew from another one. He's had 3 missed cuts. He was T25 at the Tournament of Champions. I think it was only 30 in the field there, and a T58 of the match play. Only about 60 in the field there. So not great. But he just said,
I don't know if he's in the right headspace. I don't know.
Is he ever in the right
He's,
headspace?
Well, no, probably not. But with everything that's going on and this, the LIV,
That's why it's a big call.
it is. It's
It's a big call. I had a look at his stats over the last 12 months, and he, while he's been playing great recently, he's still 42nd tee to green, 2nd off the tee, and 18th putting. I think that's enough. If his wrist holds up to make a top 20, 850.
More to come on Bryson later, maybe.
Wow. I did have him for a little bit. I did. Let's have a look at betting results from last time. We're just got to do a quick recap.
No rush.
No rush at all. Who's first on the list? Paul, you lost $16.
Yeah.
Tony Finau, top 10.
Mm.
Top 10 Tony's back.
He wasn't that far away either.
I got completely stripped out. Oh, I took Munoz. He would have been good this week.
First round leader.
And Minji Lee. Man, she won this week too.
She did.
Tough
Yeah.
scenes.
Another model to look into.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Patrick, he won $18. Kurt Kitayama.
So close.
Yeah, very close.
Of course, John Rahm at $5, who we said was no value whatsoever.
We also said could just win by 10.
Mm.
So he
Also
really didn't win by 10.
Didn't bet against John Rahm, and I did bet on Kurt Kitayama. So, yeah. Although I had Cam Champ and Kitayama, who both looked like they were chances on Sunday, but couldn't quite get past Rahm, which was a very frustrating watch.
So overall, I'm up $725. Paul's down 90, and Patrick is down $290.
Pretty sure I was down 400 when I inherited
A lot
that.
of that's Tom. Tom, I know you listen. So
Shit team.
I'll just let you do the math on that one, punters.
Probably should have joined earlier if you wanted to have your own little system.
alrighty, we're going to get straight into this proper preview of the PGA Champ because there's a lot to get through, and I want to start by having a quick look at the market, and I guess sort of had a look at the top 10 players that are listed there, and I want to get a sense from you boys. Just a couple of words, are they a chance, or have you completely sort of overlooked as I go down the list here? So I'll start with you, Patrick. John Rahm, $13.
Yeah. He's definitely a chance. I haven't included him in my plan this week, but if you were just picking guys out at random, he'd be close to the top of the list. There's obviously some factors that's firmly in his favour there. So, yeah, I don't expect him to be far away from the pace.
Paul, Scotty Schiffer.
Well, he's the hottest golfer in the world at the moment. He's won the latest major, the Masters, not long ago. He's won a few others as well, a few other tournaments as well. The course should sort of suit his game as well. Is 13 too short? I don't know. He's a chance though. He is a chance.
Patrick, you like this one? Jordan Spieth. Is he back?
Oh, he's back. He's 100% back. He's absolutely flying, but I'm a bit concerned there's too many people on him. He can't carry all of us. The weight of the golf world's on that man's shoulders at the moment. I think he's been tipped by about every punter going around. So he certainly can win, but just a bit worried that we're getting a little bit too excited.
We'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Rory McIlroy. Paul.
No, too old.
Wow.
Can't have him. I can't have him.
Can't
anymore.
have him at
not at the price. No.
What, 30, 32?
And I know he had a nice final round at Was it in fact?
Masters.
Yeah,
came
was it a
second.
64 or something?
Big final
It
round.
was a
at
very, very nice final
Wells
round.
Fargo as well.
Yeah.
I can't look. You can't have everyone, and Rory's going to be one of the ones that I don't have.
Do we expect Rory to show up on Thursday? That's been his big issue in majors recently.
Off to it, and I don't think it's very hard to chase.
Bit of an Entrevier type.
If Spieth is back, Rory is back. That's where I'm at with Rory. We may or may not hear a little bit more about Rory later. JT, Pat?
Very keen. I think, it sets up very well.
Yeah. Morikawa.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So we know where the boys are going. DJ.
Yeah, not overly sold. There's others I'd rather have around this sort of price range.
Paul, you said to me earlier you were pretty keen on DJ.
Yeah, I was. I've sort of cooled slightly. I've looked elsewhere in the market, and look,
Couldn't tell you what he's done in the last 6 months. I couldn't tell you a single tournament he's played.
we got married.
I know that. That's what I do know.
Maybe they're making just
And they've already got babies.
okay.
But, yeah.
He threatened at Augusta because I was on him there, and he sort of constantly hovered around T8 to T12, but never quite made a run.
Cam Smith, he was one of the hottest golfers heading to the Masters, probably the best backed, one that I backed 1,000 times for the Masters, just missed. What do you think?
Yeah, he wouldn't shock me at all. I'm not sure it's the ideal course for him, but he's like, I'm not writing Cam off. I think he's
$22, and it's a course where you're going to have to drive the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
That's his big letdown. What do you think of Smith, Paul?
I think he's a very nice top 20 chance. I'm just not totally convinced that this course suits him.
Patrick Kenley.
No, gonna have to see it before I believe it. Too fraudulent.
Still hasn't won one. But he
did win a Pairs tournament with his good mate Xander.
He did, and he was at the end of last season. He was playing like a man possessed.
Paddy Ice, they called him.
But since then, it's just his record in the majors. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Should have won the Heritage.
Victor Hovland.
Not here. Not when you need to be able to chip as much as you're going to have to.
A bit like the Masters.
Yeah.
You, Patrick? Paul, sorry.
Yeah, the greens are too small. There's lots of undulations and roll-offs and things. So you're going to have at times, a very good up and down game. And mate, I can almost up and down better than Victor.
I've said it before. I reckon I could chip better than him too. Xander, another pretender.
Yeah, like he's got probably be there or thereabouts on Sunday and just somehow just miss again, right?
Final round 8 under.
Yeah.
Jump into T5. Xander, any love for Xander, Paul? I can. Oh, hello.
I can't. No.
Right.
No, he's another one who hasn't performed in majors consistently enough to at the price to suggest backing.
I've already asked you about this, Tiger. I'm just happy to see him.
Anything's a bonus.
Yeah. Foxy. Patrick, you pretty keen?
Oh,
at the price, sure.
Yeah. I'll have a swing at the price. I'm not expecting it's the same thing. If he makes a run and he's sort of towards the pointy end over the weekend,
He's
that'd
been
be great.
playing some seriously good golf.
Oh yeah,
seriously good golf. I like it. Alrighty, so that's your sort of top 10 plus Tiger and Foxy there. Rahm and Scheffler are $13 favourites. Spieth, McIlroy 17s, Thomas 18s, and then the rest 20 to 29. Should we have a look at what are we looking at on the course this week? Paul, we'll start with you,
It's the Southern Hills Country Club, which is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's the 104th PGA Championship. Southern Hills has hosted 7 major championships during its life. There were 4 PGAs, 1970, 1982, 1994, and 2007. Of course, 2007, I think, was won by
my good friend Tiger.
Your good friend Tiger.
Yeah.
And it's had 3 US Opens, 58, 77, and 2001. Since then, the course has gone through a wee bit of a redesign. They've widened the fairways, so accuracy off the tee isn't as vital as it used to be. So there's a wee bit of forgiveness there. They've cut away a number of trees. They've sort of thinned out the rough as well. But the greens are very, very small. So greens and regulation is a big stat that comes to mind. But even then, if you just miss, you can get into a wee bit of trouble. So the ability to get up and down, scrambling is a big stat. Obviously, length off the tee will help.
Yep.
Will help. The 2 par 5s are, you're going to have to
Huge.
you're going to have to hit it really, really well to reach the green in 2.
Driver.
Yep, driver, big time. I think it's playing around 7,000, just over 7,500 yards for a par 70. That's fairly long. And Oklahoma, probably going to be a bit of wind about as well.
And warm.
Humid.
Good for the cat.
Humid.
Good for the cat.
Oh, jeez. Fair dinkum.
Pat, anything you want to add?
No, Paul's given us a very exhaustive coverage of the course there. I will just say a couple of things. I think you want to be looking at guys in the top 50 of the world golf rankings. 39 of the last 40 major winners have been that. The one exception, our good mate Phil last year at this very tournament. Guys in their 20s have won 9 of the last 12 PGAs, so something to keep in mind there. Yeah, and I'm looking at guys who are good around the green because I don't think you're going to be able to hit all these greens, or if you do, a lot of balls are going to be rolling off. So you need to be able to get up and down, sand saves, and strokes gained approach because
young man's game.
Absolutely.
Yep. Love it all. I don't think putting will be. We say it every week. Putting will help. It's not going to be a putting contest though, but you obviously need a hot flat stick to win. But anyway, I like where you're going with those trends, Patrick, because I've got a few more, and I just want to go through these, and hopefully you guys' selections sort of tick a few of these boxes. This is looking at the last 12 editions of the PGA here. So all of the last 12 winners have made the cut in the final start before the PGA Championship. 11 of the 12 finished inside the top 30 in their final start. 11 of the 12 had at least one win, stroke play tournament, in the last 2 years before the tournament, and 10 of them had 2 wins. 10 of the last 12 are ranked inside the top 50. 9 of the last 12 inside the top 25. 10 of the last 12 had at least one top 10 in a major prior to winning. 9 had at least 3 top 10s in majors. Have you had to scratch anyone yet, Paul?
Yep, my top pick.
9 of the last 11 made the cut in the previous major they played. 9 of the last 12 younger than 30. And 9 of the last 12 had at least one top 10 in the 5 events before the tournament. For those listening, Paul's in disarray.
Oh boy.
Are you all in, Paul?
I'm gone.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Paul's been scrambling to do his research this afternoon.
I'm gone.
Where the rest of us
Fitting
professionals put in some time and effort to help you guys get the best
I'm
out
gone.
of betting.
Fair income.
Fair income. Well, I'm going to give you some time to scramble. Patrick, how well do you know the PGA Championship and previous winners?
Quite well. The last 7 or 8 years at least.
This is sort of on topic. I know a friend who can recite every single major winner from the year 2000 to now. Tournament year, what happened.
We're talking Hulkamania.
No. Scary. Yeah. Anyway, so you reckon you're good?
Yeah, there's sort of that area in the middle of the last decade where it was a bit of a nothing tournament for a few years, but other than that,
Nothing. You mean you were on the bloody Raz?
I mean, I'm still on the Raz, but I've managed to follow the golf.
Right.
What about you, Paul? You back yourself?
No.
No, not at all.
Nope.
I'm good. I've got a list here of the winners of the last 10 years. I'm good from, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about the last 7 years. I can remember most of them.
Okay. Well, I can't give you them in order. Well, I can give you a Phil Mickelson. He was last year.
Who
Yeah,
was
Morikawa.
Morikawa was at Harding Park in California.
Okay. Who was runner-up to Mickelson last year?
Brooks.
It was it a two-way tie? Brooks Koepka and the South African
Louis.
Louis Oosthuizen.
So yeah, Morikawa 2020.
Yep.
Who was second?
Casey.
It's two-way tie again.
Not someone like not a Scheffler.
Is it Cameron Champ?
No.
But he was there or thereabouts,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
DJ.
Right.
That was
yeah.
TPC Harding Park in San Fran.
Because that's when Brooks got on the mic on the Saturday night and said DJ can't finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of 2019,
Brooks?
Yeah.
Or
Brooks
Brooks,
Barrett.
back to back?
Yeah.
runner-up.
Big cat.
That was 2018.
Oh, right.
2019
yeah.
was
DJ.
his best mate, DJ. That was when Brooks was collapsing.
Yeah.
2017,
JT.
three-way tie for second.
Hideki?
No.
No.
One of them's already been mentioned,
DJ?
and he's already been second. Loves a second place. In
Casey.
Loves a second place in a major.
Usti.
Usti, P. Reed, and Molinari.
Ah.
2016. I remember this one vividly, and it still pisses me off.
It's
Is
not
this
Tiger.
Whistling Straits?
Oh,
Yeah.
was that where DJ three-putted the last?
Jason Day? Or is that 2015 I'm thinking
That was
about?
2015.
Right. Oh, is this Jimmy Walker?
Jimmy
Oh,
Walker.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah.
And Jason Day was. What has happened here?
It's Jason Day.
Hello, Jason Day. Jeez. Sorry, folks. My
Yeah.
computer's
Speaking of professionalism.
listening to me.
It's all happening.
Yeah. Jimmy Walker, Jason Day I think he had a putt on the last to get into a playoff and just missed. And it was dark. I remember it.
That's the sort of the peak of my lost PGA Tour memories. Yeah.
PGA Champ.
Yeah.
The year before that, J Day won.
DJ should have, right? He hit was it the bunker? Is it a waste
Oh, the
area?
waste area.
Yeah.
Spieth was second. 2014.
Getting too far back now.
Yeah. McIlroy. I think it was
Right. Valhalla.
his last win.
Lefty second.
Lefty
Yeah.
second.
Mm.
Year before that, I remember watching this. I don't really remember it too much though.
I was talking 2013 now.
13,
Yeah. Again.
bit of a nothing player.
Nothing.
Oh.
Not Wai Yang. No, that was
No.
2009.
Yeah.
Jason Dufner.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Duff.
Furyk was second. And 2012, Rory McIlroy again. Oh. And I've never heard of this guy.
Well, who finished second?
Yeah.
Is that Kiwa 2012?
It could have been, yeah. Because the Kiwa was last
Yeah,
year, wasn't it?
the rest of that top 10 after Rory and that major, it looks like it was made up. Like
Yeah.
half of them you've never heard of.
David Lynn.
Yeah.
No idea.
Mm.
No idea.
Just finished playing for the Brisbane Heat.
I thought about making that same joke, but
Great
I'm,
minds.
more mature than you are. So
Wow.
I'll leave that to
Mm.
you.
He's made less mature jokes. You got to give him that.
It's true. Let's rip in, eh? Have a look at our picks.
Mm.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about and preview before we get there. Paul, have you made some more picks?
No, I haven't. I'm sticking with my pick.
Okay.
Ride or die.
Nothing else we want to discuss?
Not
No.
from my end.
Let's do it. We will start with the winner of the Mexico Open down the end there.
Ariba.
Patrick.
I've sort of already touched on it. JT is my best bet, $18. I think just of all these guys at the top, you can make a case for all of them, but he sort of has like profiles the best. He has the least holes in his game for this course. 3 top 10s in his last 4 starts, 6 top 10s and 9 starts in 2022. So playing some pretty handy golf. He's 5th strokes gained approach and scrambling. So even when he doesn't hit these greens, I think he'll be able to get up and down pretty well. 6th in sand saves, 14th in driver distance would certainly help here. And I don't think it's going to be too penal if you're a bit wide off the tees, it seems like. So his sort of biggest weakness is, you know, he can get a bit leery off the tee. I don't think that'll be too concerning as well. And putting can let him down, which not a major factor here. So yeah, pretty keen on Justin Thomas at $18.
It ticks 10 of those 11 boxes I spoke about before too.
Mm.
Okay, this guy doesn't tick a lot of those boxes. Will Zalatoris at $31 is my top pick.
He's under 30.
Well, yes, he ticks that box. He's also first in strokes gained approach the green, 9th in greens in regulation, 2nd in strokes gained tee to green, 11th in strokes gained off the tee. Putting, but
DFL.
as we said, this is probably one course this season where putting won't feature as much as it had, well, like last week at that TPC, what was it, Ranch?
TPC Craig Ranch?
Craig Ranch, yeah. So it's played to his strengths. Unfortunately, you said that the last tournament they played, they had to have performed rather well. He missed a cut at the Byron Nelson. But before that, he'd had a 5th at the World Golf Champs match play, 6th at the Masters, and 4th at the Zurich Classic. So
the Zurich doesn't count.
Okay, all right. He was playing with his friend. He enjoyed it. He was 2nd earlier this year.
He had a bloody good time.
Farmers. So he's played very, very well, fairly consistently this season, outside of the Byron Nelson last week. I'm hoping that's just a blip on the screen.
He's not really one you want in a putting contest like the Byron Nelson, though. So
No.
I think you can forgive that.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this list. He hasn't won a tournament yet either.
No, he hasn't.
No.
But
okay,
of all the majors, this one is the best one for first time
winners.
Winner. Not just not first time winners on the PGA Tour, but first time major winners. Yeah.
He is a bit of a big game player as well, right? Obviously, good record at Augusta.
Yeah, if you can get around Augusta, so the
yeah.
comparisons around the greens here will be very similar. So, for mine, love your JT pick, and I was very close to taking him, but
You're going to take his
I
cheeseburger friend?
No, I can't take Jordan Spieth. He's a very
just in your heart, right,
he's a very
Carl?
Polarizing player, Spieth.
I
You
don't
either love him
get
or
your
you hate him.
Spieth hate at all.
He just
Puzzles me.
I love watching him. He's just so erratic. But just Anyway, Rory McIlroy for me. $17.
Wow.
He's back, baby.
He's not bad.
He is back. He is back. And let me tell you why. Perfect mix of power and finesse. He's ranked 2nd strokes gained tee to green, 5th off the tee, 33rd in approach, and 2nd around the greens. That's versus the field in the last 6 months. Putting wise, loves bent grass. He's ranked 16th in putting versus the field. Form wise, coming in on the back of his 2nd at the Masters, followed by 5th at Wells Fargo. And he ticks 10 of the 11 boxes above.
I had Rory penciled in before I switched to JT. I just can't do it to my heart. I'll be supporting Rory, but just leave him out of my staking plan.
Oh, I've got them both in my staking plan. So Patrick, you're mid-tier.
I was a bit worried this guy might have been scooped up already before we got to him, so I had his back up, but I'm going with Hideki at $31 for my mid-tier. I think he certainly came flying home at Texas last week. Considering he'd had the injury concerns, he was awesome at Augusta earlier when defending his green jacket, has won already this year over at Sony. No one can forget that 5 wood into the 18th on the playoff.
He did that on Monday.
Yeah.
Same shot.
I think you're going to need to play a few strokes like that to win here. So I think he profiles perfectly there, like 6 for strokes gained approach on tour this season, first last week at Craig Ranch. So he's coming in form at the right time. 22nd for scrambling, so he can get up and down when need to. And the Augusta form obviously stacks up. So count me in for Hideki, which is something you can just replay on this podcast every week going forward. But
I can tell you he's also 7th in greens and regulation. He's 44th in driving distance and 78th in driving accuracy. The most alarming stat, I think, for everyone else in the tournament, 52nd strokes gained putting. That's very, very good.
That's about 100 spots higher than he usually is.
So if you haven't guessed, he's also my mid-tier at $31. Sorry to jump the gun there, Paul, but
go for it.
I've got Hideki, my mid-tier. What about yourself?
I'm going with Jason Kokrak at $91.
All in.
Wow.
Let's see how he lines up Finished 17th last week at the Byron Nelson. Tick.
Hang on. Tick.
Okay. What else did he have?
Where did he finish? 17th.
17th.
Yeah, so he's got 2 ticks.
Won earlier this season, just across the border at the Houston Open.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Tick.
You don't believe me?
Oh, I do. Was that this season? The wraparound season really gets me.
Well, it
There's
was
a year versus season thing here that gets a
Yeah.
bit confusing.
November.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, that counts.
In fact, he went back to back because he won the QBE shootout, which is
That does not count.
Well, it counts. Come on. All right. So he won the Houston Open anyway.
Yep.
We know it's fairly windy down there most of the time. So that's another tick.
Yep.
What else have we got here? Oh, so statistically, he doesn't line up very well at all. In fact, he's pretty good at putting. He's 33rd in strokes gained putting. Probably won't help here. 148th in strokes gained around the green and 75th strokes gained approach the green. But he can hit the ball a fair way. He's 29th in driving distance, averaging around 308 yards off the tee. So, and he's good out of the bunkers, 9th in sand safe percentage.
I can do him more justice than you've just done in 10 seconds.
Against the field?
Against the field in the last 6 months.
Come on.
32nd best golfer in the field. There you go.
Paying 91s.
That's all you had to say.
Boom.
And ticks a couple of boxes.
And he's in his 20s.
Is he really?
No.
Can't be.
He is.
Go to the top of the page.
He's 30. He's only just out of his 20s. Only just out of his 20s.
Oh, I feel like he looks like he's 40 or 50.
Yeah,
All the time in the casinos can really age you.
This might be the last time we see him on the PGA Tour.
Weathered. He's weathered.
Yeah, he'll be a good one for the Centurion.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Okay, Patrick, you're roughy.
We've touched on him already. I was very pleased. I was looking through the markets on Sunday afternoon, I think it was, and this man was $91. He's now $101. Bryson D Shambo. Look, I mean, he does not profile at all well for this course, but he did run rings around everyone at Wingfoot, which was also redesigned by Gil Hance not long ago. So there is a little bit of course correlation there.
Yeah.
Augusta form, not so good. Let's ignore that, put that to the side. But like, if Bryson, he's had surgery, so maybe he is a bit healthier and can really give it a whack. Like Bryson at his best shouldn't be $101. So this is just a throw out the stumps to, if Bryson's close to being back, then and he might just withdraw because
He's going to London.
Well, he said he's going to test the handout and see how he goes. So,
The handout from the Saudis or the
bit of both, all that cash weighing down the wrist, it might get a bit sore. So, but at $101, he's worth a shout. So,
He's also the type of player that might play 2 holes and then withdraw.
Yeah,
so you'll lose your money.
Don't worry, I'm not going to have too much on him. So,
I wrote him down on my piece of paper, and
then you crossed him out.
I did cross him out because the sole thought was like you, Patrick, at $101, Bryson, even 80% Bryson is probably better than.
what would
half the
have
field.
he been paying in this tournament a year ago before all the injury stuff coming off that US Open and
20,
Yeah.
20,
he was
under 20s.
Yeah, he'd be at $18 race, right?
Hits it long, puts it well. Yeah. You're roughy, Paul.
Cameron Champ
He hits it long.
at $126. Okay, I'm sure he ticks a few boxes here. He's 26 years old.
He's won.
Bang. He's won on tour before. He's won 3 times.
Has he won in the last year? I think he has.
No,
You sure?
I don't think he has. No, his best so far this year was the Masters, I think, or the Mexico. No, Mexico Open. He was 6th, 10th at the Masters, and last week at the Byron Nelson, he was 38th.
He's won in the last calendar year, won the 3M in July.
That counts.
Oh,
That's another tick.
Another Bombers Paradise as well.
Speaking of bombers, woo-hoo, he is first in driving distance. He can hit this ball. 323.8 driving distance average. He's 4th in strokes gained off the tee. He struggles in other aspects, and that's why we're getting $126. But I remember when, in fact, I think it was just before Colin Morikawa won the PGA at Harding Park in California. I think when Teddy was part of the podcast, we were talking about all the young guys coming through. Who do you think will win be the first to win a major? And it was between Morikawa, Cameron Champ, Scotty Scheffler, Hovland, might have been someone else as well. And he probably out of that group is the one that hasn't quite gone on as much as the others. So I still think there's a lot of potential there. And the fact that he can smash the hell out of a ball and the fairways are going to be slightly more forgiving than what they usually would be, I think improves his chances big time. Boom.
Signed off. I like it. I'm going for. I had two guys here. Taylor Gooch being the one that I'm not going to take. Tour winner, paying $126. He's won within the last few weeks, so have a look there. But I think he might be one of yours here, Patrick. PGA Tour rookie Davis Riley.
Oh, not in my numbers this week, but
no, but you have taken. I think you took him in Mexico or somewhere.
Yeah. No, I've certainly backed him previously.
$126. He finished second at the Valspar, fifth at the Mexico Open, and he was T9 last week at Byron Nelson. So very good form. In the last couple of weeks, he's gained strokes in 3 of the 4 major categories. Same as what he did at the Valspar. He's got a good mix of length and accuracies. 43rd on tour for driving distance and 68th for driving accuracy. He's 57th in greens and regulation and 17th in putting average. So, if nothing else, have a look at the minors for sure. I think he's $1.72 to make the cut. So
don't mind it.
I'll have a bit of that. Speaking of have a bit of that, let's.
Where are you going with this?
Let's have a look at our staking plan.
Just before that, because I've got a couple other ones at massive prices are worth at least shouting out. Minwoo Lee's 351 to win. Yeah, profiles really nicely. He's down to 54th in the world rankings from 49th last week. That just misses that cutoff, but like he was 3rd on the Euro Tour and strokes gained around the green last season. His driving distance numbers he was putting up over there would put him about 18th or 19th on PGA Tour, so can really smack it. He's in pretty good form. I think at $351, he's worth a shout for the minors. And Harry Higgs as well, who's almost twice that price, $651. Not playing great golf, but in good form. In good form at majors. He's played twice. Was T4 at the PGA last year and T14 at Augusta. So just like a huge price worth the swing. He's $14 for top 20. So yeah,
nice. I would say on Minwoo Lee, his sister won last week, and he probably doesn't want to be the disappointment of the family.
Exactly. So he was good at Augusta as well. So
good chance to one up. Sis. Anyway. Let's get to some betting. As it is with majors, we give ourselves $200 to throw about. Have a big. What was that?
What, 200
on the train? Patrick, we'll start with you. How many thousand bets have you got? $200.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bets this week.
Oh,
great. I might have more.
Yeah, I managed to. I thought I was going to have 100 when I first started looking at the numbers this morning. It was all over the place, but I'm backing 5 guys to win the thing: JT, Hideki, Dan Berger, Bryson, and Minwoo Lee. $15 on JT, 10 on Hideki, 5 on Berger and Bryson, and 2 on Minwoo. And if Minwoo does withdraw, I'll chuck that 5 onto Minwoo for a top 10 from Bryson. Bryson withdraws, sorry. Backing JT, 25 on him, top 5 at $4. 15 on Hideki at 7s, 10 on Dan Berger at 11s, and 5 on Usti at $20 for a top 5 because it's Usti in a major. Also backing Usti for a top 10, $17 at 6s. Berger, Hideki, JT all in staking plan for top 10s at 35, 23, and 23. And then $10 on Minwoo for a top 20 at $11.
Nice. You get all that, Paul?
Yeah, well done.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, good.
Bring in the.
Do you want another 5 minutes just to get your staking plan all fleshed out there?
No, it's all good.
All we ask for is some high energy, some good,
I'm building up.
Bring the noise.
I'm building up.
It's your turn.
All right. Okay. Will Zalatoris, $20 to win at 31s. $20 for a top 10 at $5. And $20 on a first round top 5 at $11. Jason Cochrack, $10 to win at 91s, and $20 for a top 20 at 450. Cameron Champ, $10 to win at 126, and $10 for a top 20 at 850. And Ryan Fox, $20 for a top 20 at $11, and $30 for a top 30 at 450. And then I've got DJ for a first round top 5 as well. He's paying $9, and also Colin Morikawa, first round top 5 at $9.
Nice. Nice. Okay. My turn. Strap in. 5 winner plays, 10 on each. Rory at 17s, JT at 18s, Hideki 31s, Matt Fitzpatrick at 41s, and Max Homer at 56s. He was 76 yesterday when I was looking, and I came back this morning, it's 56. $10 each on Rory and JT top 5, 20 each on those two top 10 at 280 and 250, 10 each on Fitzpatrick and Matsuyama top 10s at 4s and 433. My big play, a $50 3-leg multi. Rory top 20, JT top 30, Fitzpatrick top 40.
Not going to throw Tiger to make the cut in there.
At $5.03. He's not in the listed at the moment, Tiger. I will be asking to get him in there. So that's 50 on those three at $5.03. Then I've got a $10 group betting multi, 3 legs, taking JT to win Group B versus Morikawa, DJ, and Cantley at 288. Shane Lowry to win Group C against Cam Smith, Xander, and Hovland at $4. And Max Homer to win Group G against Adam Scott, Louis Oosthuizen, and Tommy Fleetwood at $330. So $10 on that at $38.01. And then I've got $10 left, which I am going to save for
after, and then I'll tell you after.
A couple of power plays. I'll make sure I tell you this week, promise. Because at time of recording, the power plays
JT was going through them.
are not yet up.
I heard him.
Did you? They're not yet up, but they will be up. Probably later today or first thing tomorrow. So I'll make sure I put a couple of those into the staking plan. Is that us?
What about an enhanced golf bonus pack?
Oh, that'll do. Tell us about it.
Well, we've got an enhanced golf bonus pack on the PGA Championship this weekend. Basically, just place a pre-tournament outright winner bet through your TAB account. And if your player doesn't win, but finishes inside the top 20, we'll refund your bet up to $50 as a bonus bet. And don't forget to head to the TAB website or the app to check out all the T's and C's. That applies to your first bet placed on the outright winner market. So make sure your first bet is the one you want to qualify for the enhanced golf bonus pack.
We've given you plenty to look at too. You've just reminded me a little promise at the start. A little something for the listeners. Head to the deposit page on the website, tab.co.nz, or the app, and you'll see a little box that says promo code. In there, enter promo code PGA Champ. It's PGA CHAMP.
One word.
All one word. And if you do that correctly and spell it right, you should get a $10 bonus bet loaded to your account immediately to use on the golf this weekend.
Don't wait though, because I think we did one of these last week on another podcast, and
open to the first 250 punters, or it'll close on Saturday night. So after the first 2 rounds, and then you've got rounds 3 and 4 to use it. But ideally, you do it now when you're listening and have a punt. It can only be used on the PGA Championship. So good luck, fellas. Thanks for joining me.
Always a pleasure.
Major week. Love
It
it.
is.
Love it.
not much sleep.
No.
In fact, yeah, I was just going to check to see what the
Tee times?
Yeah.
Tea times aren't out yet, which is a shame because it looks like
it's
there's going to be a
Tuesday.
bit of a.
Oh, yes, Tuesday
You want to be teeing off early.
before the wind gets up.
Yeah.
Really late. Anyway, we say good luck this weekend, punters. Dig deep, do your research. Enjoy the golf. and we will see you next time on the Cut Line.
Oh.